So community rating system is a program that FEMA voluntarily offers, and it's not a mandatory program that communities have to utilize. It's almost sort of a feather in the cap is how we kind of refer to it. And so it provides an opportunity to reward communities that have gone above and beyond in terms of floodplain management. So we have a national flood insurance program. It's federally backed flood insurance, and all communities that participate in the program require users in the floodplain to have flood insurance. Some of the folks surrounding the floodplain also utilize the program for flood insurance, but there's only a requirement that folks in the floodplain or special flood hazard area have flood insurance. And so ultimately the idea is that we want to keep folks that do build in those areas safe, and there's national minimum standards in order to make sure that development meets certain thresholds in terms of where the water is expected to be and where development is allowed to occur. And so Colchester has a very sort of robust floodplain ordinance, and so we thought it might be a good idea to get this additional credit through FEMA. What it provides our residents is a reduction in their floodplain premiums, and it also provides in the town, in the event of a disaster, a higher match rate for federal funds. So there would be less of a local or state match and more ERAF funds, which is some disaster relief funding available to the town. And so last summer, I believe, was the first initial visit. It's quite a lengthy process to apply. Ultimately, you provide them information about your floodplain ordinances, how well you maintain firm maps, what information you can provide to residents. Do you do any outreach related to the floodplain? They look at your ordinances and see how far above the minimum thresholds you have placed, and also information about the number of structures in your floodplain, how at risk they are, and whether they've received elevation certificates, which is something that happens generally after a rebuild or reconstruction that shows that a property's been elevated outside of the floodplain.